watching Numbskull News, and today I'm going to break down my point system that I use to track college football. I started using this several years ago. Uh, just the big brands of college football, and everyone, the AP poll and all that kind of shit. Everyone has their opinions, and of course, you had the 14 playoff, and it's all based on people's opinions. I hate that shit. So I developed a point system. That way I could track the FBS and see who deserves to get into the college football playoff, who actually wins the Big 12, all that kind of stuff. And this year, I'm going to use it to see who actually is the best in the Big 12, the ACC, and the Pac-12, the last year of the Pac-12. And then I'm going to combine them all and see who the best is. But first, I need to explain my point system so that everyone can understand it. And every week, I'm going to break down the results of that week's matchups and tell you where everyone stands as far as the Big 12, the ACC, and the Pac-12 within those three conferences, and then combine to see who the top dogs really are. I'm going to record this video. That way everyone can go back and see how I do my point system. And if you want to, you can follow along. If not, kiss my ass. I'm doing it because I want to do it, because I like to do it, because I'm a freaking dork. All right, the basics of my point system. You get 5 points for a win, and you lose 5 points for a loss. Very, very basic. All right, but then we add on to that. So you get 5 points for a road win, you lose 5 for a home loss, meaning if you win the game, you get 5 points. If you win the game on the road, on your opponent's home field, it's an additional 5 points. That's 10 points for that win. However, if you lose to your opponent, that's -5. And if you lose at home, let's all face it, home advantage is big in college football. So if you lose at home, you lose an additional 5 points. That's -10 for the week. And we always know there are blowout wins and blowout losses in college football. So I think you have to account for that. So I do. Very simple. You blow a team out by 20 points, you get a point. Each additional 10 points you blow them out by, you get another point. And it's very simple to do the math. You win by 20, you get a point. You win by 30, you get 2. You win by 40, you get 3, and so on and so forth. That's how that works. And the blowout loss works the exact same, but in reverse. If you lose by 20, you lose an extra point. So it's not just 5 points for a loss, it's another point for getting your ass whooped by 20. And you lose another point for every additional 10 points you get beat by. Simple crap, y'all. Now, one of the most important things in college football that everyone understands is strength of schedule. Well, I account for that in my point system. So it's big time to win against ranked opponents in the top 25. Now, the way this shit's going to work this year and the way I'm tracking everything, we're going to start out with the AP poll top 25 for week 1. After that, the top 25 is just going to be between these three conferences. And these are the points you can earn by beating ranked opponents. So you beat somebody in the top 25, you get another 5 points. If they're ranked inside the top 15, another 5. Inside the top 10, another 5. Inside the top 5, yet another 5. And if you beat the number 1 ranked team, another 5 points. Now, how does that work? Easy. Let's say you beat your team, whatever, you beat the number 7 team overall. So let's count. You got so the number 7 is in the top 25, so that's 5 points. They're inside the top 15, so that's another 5 points. They're inside the top 10, that's another 5 points. Overall, that would be 15 points for that win. Plus 5 points for the win itself, that's 20. And whether they're, if it's on the road or at home, depending on where you win, that could be an additional 5 points. Do you blow them out? That could be more points. That's how it works. It will work exactly the same way if you get beat by an unranked team. That's the only way it works the exact same way. So if you are ranked inside the top 25 and you get beat by an unranked opponent, you lose 5. And you lose 5 for every level your team is up. It's really, really simple. However, the only time it gets a little complicated, okay, let's say the number 7 team loses to the number 25 team. Okay. So then it's about levels. So you're a top 10 team and you just lost to the number 25 team. So how many levels is that? Well, that's top 15, and top 25. That's 2 levels. 2 levels are 5 points apiece. So you will lose you will lose 10 points. Now you won't lose the full 15 as if they were unranked. Since they were ranked, you're not going to lose that extra 5 points. You're only going to lose by the level. Now, let's say you're the number 7 team and you got beat by a top 5 team. You will not lose any additional points. You will lose the 5 for the loss. If you lose at home, you lose another 5, but that's it. And if you get blown out, then all of those points you can lose. Now there's extra points awarded here. All right, so let me start this out. If a team goes undefeated in the regular season, they will receive an additional 10 points after the season on their tally. If they are the conference champ, or whoever the conference champ is, they will receive 10 points for being the conference champ. Plus, they keep the points earned from the game. So this is how it works. You got 2 teams at the end of the season that's going to play for the conference title. The winner will get 10 points and will keep the points that is earned. So let's just say you finished the year number 8. You're the 8th ranked team and you're going against the number 1 ranked team, and then you beat the number 1 ranked team. Well, then all those points, as we talked about before, from beating a ranked opponent, and of course the conference title is not going to be a home game, it's going to be a neutral site game, so there's no extra points for neutral site. But any kind of blowout, so all the points that you could possibly earn for that game, you will keep. Now, if you are a conference champ, if you lose the conference title game, you do not lose any points at all for a conference title game. Now the next thing, this goes to strength of schedule as well. We see every year non-FBS opponents, FCS schools, North Dakota State, Mary William and Magnus, whatever, some North directional son of a bitch. And then they get smoked by Alabama. Alabama plays them every damn year, okay? But since they're not in the FBS, they're not even a group of 5 team, you're not going to get the same amount of points. You will get 3 points for the win. All right. If you get beat by a non-FBS opponent, you will lose 10 points, regardless on the road or at home. Now, if you're on the road, you'll lose that'll be 15-point loss for losing to a non-FBS opponent. But you will get no additional points. Like, look, teams don't normally play those really, really weak opponents on the road. But just in case someone decides to be nice and do that, you will get no additional points for winning on the road. All right, so if TCU let's just say they went to go play North Dakota State and they win, they will get 3 points. They will not get 5 points for winning on the opponent's home field. They will not get that. And the blowout win totals, that points you can earn completely changes. You will have to win by 40 points just to get an additional point. After that, an additional 10 points of that win, you will get another point. In other words, you will need to win by 50 points in order to get your regular 5 points for a win. And that win total, that point total, will cap at 5 points. You cannot get more than 5 points beating a non-FBS opponent. Now, if they blow you out, then those same blowout rules apply. The amount of points you will lose by. If you lose by 20, you lose another point. Lose by 30, that's another point. All of that stays consistent. So really, I hope that was easy to follow. I'm going to try to tag this or put it in the description of all those videos I do every week as I'm tracking the college football schedule, the college football season. And I think it's going to be fun. So basically, the way this is going to work, it's going to be the Pac-12 versus the Big 12 versus the ACC. And I'm going to track it like those are the only three conferences that exist. Now, in the first couple of weeks, like West Virginia, it plays Penn State. If they beat Penn State, which is a highly ranked team, they will get the points for beating that ranked team. So outside of this universe where there's only three conferences that I'm tracking, if you beat a highly ranked opponent, non-conference, then that team will get the points for that. I just wanted to make this short and sweet. That way, people can go back and reference this to see how I work my point system. Anyway, that's all I got. And let's have a freaking good time with this crap. I can't wait. All my dork bones are just... I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to rock and roll with this shit. It's going to be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.